What's going on, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. As today is Oscar Sunday. That's right, y'all. The Academy Awards, aka the Oscar, is today, and I will post down the list for all the nominees of what's going on. And then on the next episode, we will be breaking down all the winners and everything else. But as far as today's episode is concerned, we have a few mainstream news to talk about and two movie reviews to talk about. So let's not waste time. Let's get into our mainstream news. Our first piece of news is one of the GOATs, Daniel Day-Lewis, reaffirms that he is not returning to acting. Sounds like he's retiring. Let's see what Variety has to say. He says he's done. I keep talking to him. Sheridan told Screen Daily on the top of the Day-Lewis's stay retired. I love to do something with him again. He's like everybody else. He's opened up the streamers, and there's 7,000 choices. None of them are good. Film has been moved out of the public domain into a private domain. You have a remote. You can stop it. It's not the same experience. It'll be great to see Daniel coming back and doing something because he is so good. So that's up to Mr. Lewis there, Mr. Day-Lewis, if he wants to come back or not. But it sounds like he's retiring. So yeah. And moving on. Dune 2 won't ever release deleted scenes. And director Dennis V explains why. And this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter saying, I am a strong believer that when it is not in the movie, it's dead. The director said if asked if he would release deleted scenes for the film for his upcoming Blu-ray and DVD releases. Sometimes I remove shots and I say, I can't believe I am cutting this out. I feel like a samurai opening my gut. It's painful. So I cannot go back after that and create a Frankenstein and try to re-image things that I killed. It's too painful. When it's dead, it's dead. It's dead for a reason. But yes, it is a painful project, but it's my job. The movie prevails. So yeah, as we always say, like hopefully we get like a director's cut or like a extended cut of, for scenes that's not in the actual theatrical release. But yeah, we'll see when the Blu-ray and the DVD release, the digital release comes out. Avatar: The Last Bender has been renewed for seasons 2 and 3. So the first season is looking pretty good. And this is coming from Deadline saying, Avatar: The Last Bender, the anime-inspired live-action series, will be available to tell the story of the four nations: water, earth, fire, and air. After Netflix renewed it for a further 2 seasons, the streamer has handed the show a 2-season renewal in order to include the story of Aang's journey to become the Avatar. It comes after the show premiered on Netflix on February 22nd and recorded 41.1 million views on its first 11 days, topping its TV listings for the last 2 weeks and being on track to enter its top 10 most watched list over the first 3 months. So yeah, it's looking good right now, and like I said, the first season looked good, and hopefully we'll get more details of when this season 2 and 3 will be released, but mostly season 2. Andor, Obi-Wan, Moon Knight are officially announced for 4K Blu-ray physical release. The Walt Disney Company announced 4 new collector's editions for the popular Disney Plus original series from Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm. Will be available on 4K HD and Blu-ray for fans to add to their collection. These special releases feature a steelbook package, concept cards, and never before seen bonus features. The title all to be released on April 3rd, 2024 are Marvel Studios' The Falcon and Winter Soldier complete first season. Marvel Studios' Moon Knight complete first season. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi completed series, and Star Wars Andor the completed first series. So yeah, and which one of these are you going to add to your Blu-ray collections? And speaking on, continue on with Disney. Disney CEO Bob Iger confirms quietly canceling several movie projects, and this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter saying, "You have to kill things you are no longer believe in, and that's no easy in this business because either you are gonna start and you have to some suck costs, or it's relationship with either your employees or with your creative community," Iger said. It's not an easy thing, but you got to make those tough calls. When we actually made those tough calls, it has not been that the public been the public about it, but we have killed a few projects already that we just don't feel it was strong enough. So, are we most likely ever going to see these projects again? Who knows? In the future, maybe they need to go back to the drawing board and see what's wrong with those projects that had to be deleted, and maybe revive them or something. All I know is they need to go back to where they was before, making great entertainment that everyone can be happy and no BS agendas, if you know what I'm saying. James Gunn is skipping Comic Con, and this is coming from the San Diego Comic Con official blog saying, "For anyone hoping for their first look at Warner Brothers' new universe under the helms of James Gunn and Peter Safran at the San Diego Comic Con this summer, if it happens, it looks like Gunn at least won't be attending. The Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad director confirms on Threads that he won't be at Comic Con this year, as he will be busy filming the upcoming Superman film. As excuses go from the missing convert, it is a good one." But yeah, and then the last piece of news is that the Rush armor found guilty in a fatal shooting accident. So y'all remember the accident with the cinematographer Rush got shot, accidentally shot and killed? Yeah, that story. And this is coming from Variety. Says she had 6 live rounds on that movie set. The earliest date that I can track them for you is October 10th, 2021. Minori said during Wednesday's closing arguments, 6, and she failed to fertilize them out of the 12 days. What that means is that she wasn't shaking any dummy rounds. She wasn't testing anything. If she had not checked the dummy ammunition during the pendency of the filming to make sure that these rounds are not designed to look live rounds and manufactured dummy rounds, this is a game of Russian roulette. Every time the actors had a gun, the dummy rounds. So, yeah, and it's just a crazy news to look at. But hey, it's crazy. But that's all the mainstream that we have for y'all today. So let's get into our first of 2 movie reviews that we're going to talk about today, and that's the first one is going to be on Imaginary, our latest pick from Blumhouse, and it was directed by Jeff Warlow, who done the Truth or Dare. Y'all remember that movie? And this story follows when Jessica moved back into her childhood home with her family. Her youngest stepdaughter Alice finds a stuffed bear named Chauncey. As Alice's behavior becomes more and more concerns, Jessica only to realize that Chauncey is much more than a stuffed toy bear, as she believed him to be. And going into this movie, I didn't really have too much expectations of go there. I just wanted to see what's going to be look like. So, if I had to give you a full detail of what this movie is. So it'll be like if Megan and the Boogeyman had a child, and out comes Chauncey the Bear. So that's the best way I can describe it. So, um, as a casual horror fan, this is a fun movie with solid jump scares, and the practical effects on Chauncey the Bear when he turns into a monster in the movie was really great. They didn't have to rely too much on CGI, but most of the practical effects on Chauncey the Bear, the monster version was great. The production designs were great. Jessica and the two stepdaughters were the standout MVP performers in this movie. But I have to say, as a casual critic moviegoer, it was not the greatest. Like it had a lot of problems in it, but it was okay for what it was. At times, even though the runtime wasn't really long, but it does kind of feel like, oh my god, like is this really long when you watch the movie? And also it had a slow build up going into the third act, which I thought the third act and the final like 20 minutes of the movie was great. And so for a casual fan, I'll give it a C minus. That's a the that's how much I can grade. So yeah, but yeah. Like I said, it's not the greatest, but it's okay movie. Some of you horror fans might want to see it in theaters, and for some casual critic moviegoers, this is the one you might skip and just wait for it to come out on digital. So, but that's my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And the last thing, movie we're gonna talk about is Kung Fu Panda 4. And in this movie, Po must train a new warrior when he's chosen to become a spiritual leader of the Valley of the Peace. However, when a powerful shapeshifter sorcerer sets her eyes on the Staff of Wisdom, he suddenly realizes that he's going to need some help. Teaming up with a quick-wit treacherous fox, Po soon discovers that the heroes can be found in the most unexpected places. So, of course, Jack Black returns as Po, and then Aquafina is the fox, and then Viola Davis is the shapeshift sorcerer's chameleon. So yeah, I enjoyed every Kung Fu Panda movies. Everyone was great. Now, I won't say the fourth one is the best, but it's still great in every aspect that you would need in a Kung Fu Panda movie. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I was kind of sad that the rest of the characters that could not been there, like the Furious Five. So, but they did show up in the last in the post credit scene. So they did show up there. But yeah, and but what can I say? That this was definitely a great entertaining movie. Everyone the voice performances, the animation characters, the accuracy was great. Even though some people might criticize the direction towards the story, but it was still funny at the end. But hey, I'm giving this an A. This was a great movie for all families to watch, and yeah. But that's our episode today. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when there are new episodes are uploaded. And of course, if you're watching me or if you listen to me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. And I want to make an announcement here as there won't be no new episodes coming up next week, but I will be back the following week. But because next week I will be out of town and in Texas, and I will be attending and working the the South by Southwest festival in Austin, Texas. So yeah, so once again, there will be no new episodes than next week, but the following week I will be back, and we will be going over the winners of this year's Oscars. We will be going over that, and then maybe other news that we might cover. But with that being said, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.